Welcome. Welcome to Heart with Saima. कैसे हैं आप लोग? How is everyone doing? I come to you every Thursday, 1 to 2. 1 घंटे के लिए आती हूँ. कुछ अपनी बातें हैं करती हूँ, कुछ आपको entertain करती हूँ, hopefully. So I believe in touching lives, and I feel कि हम ये जो इस जिंदगी में आए हैं, I don't know, मुझे आपका नहीं पता, but मैं definitely, सोच रही होती हूँ कि इस जिंदगी का मकसद क्या है, व्हाट्स द पर्पस, ये जो हम इस जिंदगी में आए हैं. It can't just all be hoo hoo ha ha. There's got to be something more to it. We are in this world. जब हम इस दुनिया में आए हैं, तो हम जिस मोमेंट से वी आर बोर्न इनटू दिस वर्ल्ड, बेसिकली एक सर्टन चीज़ें शुरू हो जाती हैं, राइट? हमारे इर्द गिर्द जितने भी लोग होते हैं, फैमिली होते हैं, पेरेंट्स होते हैं, जो भी होते हैं, एवरीवन वांट्स टू ड्रेस यू इन अ सर्टेन वे, एवरीवन वांट्स टू आपका कमरा एक सर्टन तरीके से रेडी हो, आपको एक सर्टन तरह के कपड़े पहनाए जाएं. तो जिस मोमेंट से वी आर बोर्न एंड वी कम इनटू दिस वर्ल्ड, all around us there's a certain level of expectations which are coming in, and which might be coming in from a place of love, it might be coming in from a place of expectations, it's coming in from a place of जो खुद की आपकी अनफुलफिल्ड ड्रीम्स परहैप्स होती हैं, एंड आप सोचते हैं कि यू ब्रॉट दिस चाइल्ड इनटू दिस वर्ल्ड, एंड व्हाट्स द पर्पस. यू वांट के ओके शायद बड़े होके आपका जो बच्चा है वो ये बने या वो बने, या आपका ख्वाब था कि आप एक कोई सर्टेन चीज करें, बट आप वो कोई सर्टेन चीज यू वर नॉट एबल टू डू इट योरसेल्फ, एंड you felt that you were not able to do it, and you brought this child into this world, and wo aapki unfulfilled dreams ko pura kare. But here's what the thing is, and I wish ke ye cheezein insan realize kare ke when you bring another being into this world, that person, that child is not coming into this world to fulfill your unfulfilled dreams. That child brings into this world their own set of not just dreams. उनकी एक अपनी तकदीर है, उनका एक अपना जिंदगी का एक रास्ता है, वो अपनी चीज को फॉलो करेंगे. एंड बहुत दफा क्या होता है कि you spend so much of your life just trying to take care of everyone around you, trying to, come up to the expectations of everyone around you. And then you reach a certain point in your life where you feel ke something is, you feel lost. And आप lost feel कर रहे होते हैं because आपको ये feel हो रहा होता है कि who's this person? You kind of stand there, and it's all about self-reflection. जो कि आप अगर मेरे show को follow करते हैं, तो you will know कि I do a lot of self-reflection. मेरी अपनी ज़िंदगी में मेरी कोशिश ये होती है कि मेरा जो फोकस है वो ये नहीं रहे कि दूसरे क्या कर रहे हैं, पड़ोसियों के घर में क्या हो रहा है, व्हाट्स हैपनिंग विद माय फ्रेंड्स, व्हाट्स हैपनिंग विद द नेबर्स, किसकी डिवोर्सेस हो रही हैं, किसके साथ क्या चल रहा है, किसके बच्चे जो हैं वो ड्रग्स में चले गए हैं, या इन सब चीज़ों में मुझे कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं है. My heart goes out to people who are going through these experiences, who are going through these challenges where life is hitting them with these challenges, and you're lost and you don't know what to do. And इस point के ऊपर I bring myself to the point कि pick up your phone right now, right this second, as long as you're not driving. जैसे ही आपको पहली फुर्सत मिलती है, the first opportunity that you get, pick up your phone and text your child these 4 things, which is what I did. Text your children. Tell your children that, hey, I love you. Text them that, hey, I am really sorry for any time I might have hurt you. I'm sorry for the mistakes that I've made, and hopefully they were not intentional. And I love you unconditionally. You're enough. तुम जैसे भी हो, तुम जैसी भी हो, you're enough in my life. And you thank them for being a part of your life. You thank your children, no matter how challenging your children might have been in your life, or because when you bring your child into this world, you're expecting कि वो आपके religion को follow करे, आपके culture को follow करे, आपकी बनाई हुई हर चीज को follow करे. आपको जो लगता है कि just because you are a parent, it doesn't mean that you're right. Just because you are a parent, it doesn't mean that you know what is best for your child. ये सब myths हैं, ये सब चीजें हैं जो हमारे दिमाग के अंदर ingrain कर दी हुई हैं कि oh, you know, you're a parent, so you know what is best for your child, right? While growing up, we've always heard this, oh, I'm the parent, so I know what is best. But that is not true. Just because you are a parent and you might think something is the best, but it might not be true. It might not be the best thing for your child. So your children come into this world. As a child, we have come into this world to fulfill our own destinies and to fulfill whatever it is जो हम जिस चीज से we are in tune with, whatever it is that we feel. Your kids are sponges from the moment that your child is conceived and it's in the womb of the mother. From that moment onwards, your child is like a sponge who is absorbing everything we absorb from our environment. So जो एक घर का जो माहौल होता है, the environment of a house, whatever is happening in the house, when you ask your children to lie, when you ask your children to hide things, in your home environment, when you talk bad about your friends, your family, you talk bad about other people, every single thing that you do, you are contributing towards the growth of your child. Your child will never forget, just like agar aap baith ke, if you take yourself back in time, and you take yourself back in time and you think back to what your parents thought that you did not know was happening in the house, but it was actually happening. So when you take yourself back to that time, it's the same thing with your children. Your children do the same thing. उनको सब पता है कि घर के अंदर, घर के माहौल में क्या हो रहा है. So if you want to raise healthy children, you want to bring, first of all, if you're living in a toxic environment, yes, it's easier said than done. If you're living in a toxic environment and you choose to have a child because you think by bringing another child into that toxic environment that people will change, but people do not change, and history is going to keep repeating itself. So maybe it's time for everyone to think before you have children, that you're bringing children. आप बच्चों को जब इस दुनिया में लेके आ रहे हैं, तो वो सिर्फ आप उनको इसलिए नहीं लेके आ रहे कि आप उन्हें खाना खिलाएंगे और स्कूल प्राइवेट स्कूल्स में डालेंगे, या उन्हें ट्रिप्स देंगे, या उन्हें जो भी चीज इट इज दैट यू फील यू आर गोइंग टू गिव टू योर चाइल्ड व्हेन यू ब्रिंग चिल्ड्रन इनटू दिस वर्ल्ड, आप उन्हें उस सबसे पहले जो चीज देंगे जो सबसे जरूरी है, वो आपके घर का माहौल देंगे। और अगर आपको लगता है कि there's abuse happening in the house, there's abusive relationships, there's verbal abuse, there's physical abuse, emotional abuse happening in the house, और आपको लगता है कि ये गालियां चल रही हैं, आप धक्के दे रहे हैं या किसी को थ्रेट्स दे रहे हैं, और उस माहौल के अंदर, या आप forget everything else, but if you are not treating your spouse or the people living in your home with respect and love, then that is exactly what you're going to give to your child. And history repeats itself. And your child is going to grow up, and unless your child gets therapy and comes to the realization कि मेरे में कुछ wrong है और मुझे अपने अंदर कोई चीज को fix करना है, and that child seeks help, history is going to keep repeating itself and going in cycles. You just, हमारे कल्चर के अंदर एक वो होता है, शादी हो गई, okay, now it's time कि अब इतना अरसा हो गया शादी को, now the next step is you have to bring a child into this world. But पहले look at your home environment, and then you bring children into the toxic environment, and you bring these kids, and you stay in that toxic environment. You stay in an environment where there's abuse, where there's physical abuse. I have at times seen my clients being in real estate. मैं सबको बोलती हूँ कि या तो अगर बिफोर अगर आप किसी के साथ रिलेशनशिप में जाने वाले हैं या जाने का सोच रहे हैं, तो either buy a house together, get involved in a business together, real estate खरीदें साथ, or you travel together. One of these things you do, and you will find out exactly जो के सामने वाले का nature क्या है. When you stay in abusive relationships, I have seen my clients at times, the way they talk to their companion, it says everything about them. When you are in abusive relationships and you let someone mistreat you, it's an indication of who you are. And then on top of that, you bring children into this world, and the children are then being exposed to that same abusive environment, toxic environment. Or फिर even educated people who are making money, who are doing well for themselves, they stay in those toxic relationships. You stay in those toxic relationships because you think कि लोग क्या कहेंगे? What are people going to say if I get out of those relationships? Oh, my kids are too small, so I can't get out of a relationship because my kids are too small. But the thing is, when you stay in those toxic relationships, and then that is on you, because that's the exposure you're giving to your child. That's the environment you've chosen to bring this human into this world. And then you're exposing that child to that toxic environment where that child is going to stand there and watch a parent being abused verbally, physically, emotionally. ये जो खुशी है, खुशी के ऊपर कोई टाइमलाइन नहीं है. Happiness, जितना टाइम हम इस दुनिया में हैं, and we are alive and we are living, that time is meant to be spent happy. खुशी की कोई एज लिमिट नहीं है कि आप मैं 50 की हूं या मैं 60 की हूं या मैं 70 की हूं. There's no age limit to happiness. लोग क्या कहेंगे? अभी पिछले हफ्ते someone said to me, hey, you know what, I'm in love, I'm in my 60s, but I just feel, what are people going to say? Like, what difference does it make what people are going to say? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Your life is yours. It does not matter what people around you are going to say. मेरी सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ ये होती है कि मैं अपनी अपने कॉन्शियस की बहुत सुनती हूँ. आई लिसन टू, मुझे अपने ज़मीर की सुननी होती है. तो अगर मैं कुछ गलत करती हूँ और अगर मेरा ज़मीर मुझे बोलता है कि my conscience is telling me that what, you've done something wrong, you've been nasty, you've used the wrong words, you've been aggressive with someone, I will keep, it will keep bothering me until I fix the damn situation, because वो जब तक मैं ठीक नहीं कर लूँगी, या मैं माफ़ी नहीं मांग लूँगी, या मैं अपोलोजाइज नहीं कर लूँगी, या मैं किसी को हग नहीं दे दूँगी, मैं उस वक्त तक पैसिफाई, मुझे अंदर से मुझे कुछ बॉदर करता रहता है. So I have to make sure that I take care of whatever it is that is bothering me inside. And I'm telling you, it's okay. It takes a bigger person to go out there and apologize. बहुत बहुत हिम्मत की ज़रूरत होती है अपने ईगो को साइड पे रखना, to put your ego aside and to find it within you to say, shrug it off and say, hey, you know what? I was wrong. And even if I'm not wrong, just like when I started and I told you to pick up your phone and text your children, just text your children and just let them know, hey, I love you. I'm here for you. Even if I might have messed up before, but I'm here for you today. And I'm here for you right now. Let me know if you need something. Reach out to your children. If you want your children to be a part of your world, if you want friends to be a part of your world, put your ego aside. Trauma carries through generation. Trauma is something, I was listening to something yesterday where this doctor, he was saying trauma, he was talking about trauma, and he said trauma is not the event. Trauma is what you are feeling when something happens. So trauma right there is something, it's the result of an event happening. कि कुछ हुआ, abuse हुआ, but वो जो आपने उससे feel किया, that is trauma right there. तो जिंदगी में जब तक आप उन चीज़ों को, you don't put those things out there to address them, whatever it is that is within you, जो चीज़ें, और therapy क्या होती है? What is therapy? That's what therapy does. You're sitting there and you're talking to someone who helps you feel valid, who helps you feel that it is okay for you to, बहुत दफ़ा हम चीज़ें feel कर रहे होते हैं और कि मैंने खुद ये चीज़ की है कि आप, I'm feeling my kids are behaving in a certain way, and I just tell my kids, get over it. And that is not right. And that is something I'm currently working on doing away with. Okay, it's not right. I can't just tell my kids to get over it, no matter how overwhelming it might be. But I can't tell my kids that their feelings are not valid. Whatever it is they are feeling. And another thing that I learned about trauma yesterday, to what I was listening to, was that trauma is something, it's like a, वो एक जख्म है जो properly भरता नहीं है कभी भी, until it is treated properly and until you receive validity that this is something that happened, it happened, and then you do something which is above and beyond what has happened in your life. That's the only way to heal and to get over trauma. But trauma एक उस जख्म की तरह, it stays within you, जो कि सिर्फ एक खुरन तो ऊपर आ जाता है, मगर वो प्रॉपर तरीके से वो हीलिंग नहीं हुई होती है. और जब तक वो प्रॉपर हीलिंग नहीं होगी, जब तक समथिंग इज नॉट एड्रेस्ड, and जब तक you don't feel कि oh you know what something wrong was done to me, it's like एक trigger कि किसी ने कुछ थोड़ी सी wrong चीज बोली and you explode or your child explodes, and you explode because वो जख्म भरा हुआ नहीं है, वो जख्म जो सारी जिंदगी. So yesterday again, referring back to this podcast that I was listening to, they said that um, it's when you say that time heals wounds, that's a cliche statement, because time does not heal wounds. When you have wounds within you, they do not just heal. The wounds and the trauma and everything, जो चीज आपके अंदर आप बैठ के अगर सोचे, वो बचपन की यादें, वो things that might have happened growing up जो heal नहीं हुई हैं, that right there is trauma, and it will not heal with time. It is something that needs to be addressed. I feel कि हर इंसान को थेरेपी की जरूरत है. Everyone needs therapy in this life. You might have great friends that you can sit and talk to. You might have a wonderful family that you can sit and share to. मगर जब आप जिससे भी बात करते हैं, everyone is listening, including ourselves, me as a parent. When I sit there and I listen to my daughter's talk, मैं as a problem solver सुन रही होती थी, and I would respond कि ओके शायद इसका मैं सोल्यूशन किस तरह से देखूं, किस तरह से ढूंढूं. But then my daughters, over the past few years, my daughters have been teaching me that, Mom, when we speak to you, the only thing that we are looking for is a shoulder to cry on, someone just telling us that, hey, I love you, and it will be fine. And then you let go, because you can't continue to be that problem solver who is always trying to solve problems. You can't be that person all the time. It will drain you out, it will kill you, and it will not be appreciated by your kids, because all your kids want from their parents most of the time is just a listening ear, just someone to hear them out. Hatred is not something kids are born with. ये जो नफरतें दिलों के अंदर है ना, रिलीजन्स की, कल्चर्स की, ये सब चीजें जो हैं, ये हमारी खुद की पैदावार है. They have been cultivated by humans. Varna, when we come into this world, we don't come into this world hating others. You know, the color of your skins and the religions and the cultures and XYZ and kiski political affiliation kya hai, and if you don't like X or you don't like Y, so then there's a problem with you. Why do we have to box ourselves into these categories that अगर मैं रिपब्लिकन नहीं हूँ तो मैं डेमोक्रेट हूँ, तो मैं डेमोक्रेट नहीं हूँ तो मैं ये हूँ या मैं वो हूँ, मैं फलाना हूँ. I mean, I'm not any of that stuff. अगर मुझे कोई बात करेगा, मुझे किसी की बात समझ में आएगी, तो I'll follow it. But अगर मुझे किसी की, अब तो मैंने वोट करना भी छोड़ दिया है, because अगर मुझे नहीं किसी की कोई चीज समझ में आएगी तो मैं वो भी नहीं कर रही हूँ. You might agree with it, you might not agree with it, but that's what it is. That's who I am becoming. I don't want to be boxed into any categories, be defined by different situations and different things. I'm not even the person I was yesterday. On a daily basis, I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm doing self-reflection and I'm evolving on a daily basis. Yes, the core is the same, but I'm not even going to be this person tomorrow. You might come up to me and you said, oh, you said this 2 years ago. But it's not necessary that, I'm even going to be that person who maybe I've changed. Maybe my opinion has changed. Um, and that's okay, because life is about evolving. Life is about growth. Life is about change. So when you keep fighting change, you make your life even harder. When you keep fighting change, because you're fighting change, you're like, oh, मुझे ये नहीं सीखना, oh, ये नई टेक्नोलॉजी, अब पहले फेसबुक आया था, अब इंस्टाग्राम आ गया, अब now there's Instagram has introduced stitches, now there's all these different social media platforms, Snapchat and TikTok, and like, I don't want to learn all of those, which is fine, don't. But to a certain extent, change is necessary in life. Change is growth. And if you have been following me, you know that I always say that 2016 was the year that I started working on changing myself. So it's been 2023, and I'm talking about 2016. So it's been 6 years since I've been working on my self development, and on my personal growth. And till the day I die, I will be working on growth and change and evolving and making changes. And it's okay. You're not supposed to be in boxes and stay there in those boxes. You're meant to change, you're meant to grow, you're meant to not be the person you were yesterday. And on that note, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, Dr. Akil. Thank you for your kind words. And Munira, thank you so much. Everyone who's listening and who's watching, thank you so much. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका. Um, you know, I personally am at this point in my life where I think, I think I'm a little bit actually maybe addicted to change. And I have I love change now, and I'm like, okay, bring it on. Let's see what's next. So, what's next? Like I mean, stitches on Instagram, and I've opened up my account, but I haven't had time to, or motivation actually, time to shayad hai, but I haven't had motivation to go in there and to fill out all the details on Stitch. So I haven't, but artificial intelligence. Everything is becoming about artificial intelligence. That is what you hear everywhere. AI, AI, AI. All the jobs are going to be based in the future, in the next, 5, 6 years. Everything is going to be AI based. So if you are wanting to find jobs, you have kids, and they're trying to figure out what direction to head. At least right now, the new in thing is artificial intelligence, and everything is going around based on artificial intelligence. So, just make sure you don't overwhelm yourself. Make sure that, you have enough bandwidth. Right now, some of the things that I myself am doing and involved in is I'm working on learning about, creating syndications in real estate. Um, Commercial real estate, multifamily syndications, learning about creative financing. So, because I'm spending time learning about AI, a little bit about AI, a lot more about commercial real estate, like syndications and stuff, I haven't really had uh, time to dive deep into AI, but I've been taking classes on AI. Uh, Initially, it's like I'm like, ah, okay, it's overwhelming. But then if you feel overwhelmed, it's an indication that you need to figure out, those three things that you want to do, and just stay focused and follow those three things, because we only have limited bandwidth. So we are back on air, and you're watching Saima Dillon on Heart to Heart with Saima. I come to you every Thursday. Welcome back. You are listening to Saima on Heart to Heart with Saima. अगर आप Dallas में हैं and you're in your car, you're able to tune in to 104.1 FM, 700 AM. We are on both the frequencies. So you're able to listen to me in your car. If you are watching me from anywhere in the world, which I know that some of you do, and I am humbled and I'm so grateful. When you send me messages and you tell me where you're listening or tuning in from, you're able to just get the app, jointhecaravan.com, and you're able to listen to any of the RJs from anywhere in the world. If you follow me on social media, I am streaming live right now on Facebook under Saima Dillon, which is my business page, Saima Malik Dillon, which is my personal page, and on YouTube under Saima Dillon as well, under Saima Malik Dillon. And so you're able to watch me on multiple places. And I am streaming live actually on Instagram. And on Instagram, generally, my purpose is, my goal is that I just do the first 30 minutes. And I, then disconnect from Instagram at that time. So, agar aap, if you want to follow me on social media, please do follow me. I haven't been accepting requests because it's just difficult to, there are just so many requests, so it becomes a bit difficult. But you're just able to follow me, and at least that way you know when I'm live. And again, I'm just so humbled. As I start, so I was at the grocery store in Frisco, actually in McKinney, Texas. I was at the grocery store, and this, this Indian girl walks up to me, and this Indian woman, I forgot her name ekdam se, but she walks up to me at the grocery store and she says, "Are you Saima?" And I'm like, "Yes." So she was like, "Oh, you know what? When you started, 2 years ago, I started following you and I started listening to you, and you touch lives, and I watch your live shows, and I love what you do." It's such a humbling experience. Um, it's just such a humbling experience. I was so She hugged me. I hugged her. I hugged her again when we were saying bye. But it's so humbling. That's what I want to do, and that's the tagline of my show, is to touch lives, and that's what I want to do. I want to touch people's lives. Um, इस दुनिया में, when we have come into this world, um, there's got to be some purpose, and I don't know कि किसका क्या purpose है इस दुनिया में, but I do feel कि इस दुनिया में जब आए हैं तो कम से कम से मेरा जो purpose है, my purpose in life, is to touch lives wherever I can. Sometimes I'm not able to completely do what I want to do. कभी कुछ वक्त ऐसा होता है. ये चीज़ मैं हमेशा बोलती हूँ कि if you want to give and you want to touch lives or you want to do things for other people, everything begins with you. So everything begins with you, and you have to make sure that you take care of yourself first. If you don't take care of your well-being, your personal self, you will not be in a position to do anything for anyone else. It was 2016 when I started a women empowerment group, So I had started this small group, and then I was trying to figure out that I need to do something in life. I had, friends around me who were doing just amazing. They were serving others, and they were doing some amazing work, and they still are. And I was trying to find my purpose, and then I had this small group, and then with people from my own Facebook, and then these friends they suggested to me, how about we create something, and then we launched this group called Women of Noor. And so, Women of Noor is a women empowerment group which is on Facebook that I started in, I think, 2016 or two, and the initial one, and then we turned it into a bigger one. So there are over 3,000 women on the group, and when we started Women of Noor, you know, um, it's a big responsibility, and I was trying to do it by myself, but I was going through my own um, stuff in life. In 2016, we took a huge business hit, and we took a tremendous financial loss. Um, and that and the जब एक tsunami आता है, तो it's not just the tsunami coming and hitting you, it's tsunami का जो after effects, every thing, that all the destruction that it has caused, the emotional, physical, financial well-being, not just that, but the regrouping, putting the pieces back together, and um, to get up again, and to put the pieces together, to figure out and to try to get up again. वो सब चीज़ें चल रही थी, तो बीच में I was in and out of the group Women of Noor. um, my first thing was कि first and foremost I have to take care of my well-being, and I have to take care of my family's well-being. जिस point के ऊपर I take care of my family and I take care of myself, and I work on my own, um, emotional stability. First, I have to take care of me. Only then am I going to be in a position where I have anything to give out. A couple of years ago, then I went through a divorce. My kids, the healing process. So it's been this past decade has been a journey, and it's been a journey um, where there's been losses in different forms. But everything that I'm listening to and everything that I'm reading up on, ev- all these things happen in our life because life wants you to pivot, life wants you to change, and change your trajectory, redefine yourself, the journey that you're walking on. And that's what my journey has been. This past decade has been a journey of things hitting us, because forcing change when we did not want to actually um, conform to the change, and we were fighting that change because we were content in our space, we were content living the lives that we were living. But that's not what the universe had in store for us. So it was forcing us, pushing us, just flipping us left and right, ताकि हम, to jolt us, to force us to come out of our complacency, to come out. And it's a long process. Perhaps it's a lifetime journey. This process of healing, this process of trying to rebuild yourself, I think it's a lifetime process. As long as we are alive, we are going to be going through this process, this journey of change and evolving. There is no timeline on happiness. It doesn't matter if you are 30 or 40 or 50 or 70 or 80. It does not matter what your age is. Happiness does not have an expiration date. Do things that will make you happy. Your relationships, whether it's your relationship to your spouse, whether it's your relationship to your friends, whether it's your relationship to your kids, relationships have to be nurtured on a daily basis. I come back to where I started. Pick up your phone, message a friend. Pick up your phone, message a friend that you haven't spoken to in months or you haven't exchanged messages with in months. Message a friend and tell your friend, hey, I miss you. How are you? Pick up the phone, message your kids. Just send them a message and to just tell them, hey, I love you. I love you unconditionally. No matter what, no matter how hard it gets, be the kind of parent your kids can pick up the phone and call when it gets hard for them. Don't be the kind of parents your kids can't connect with because they are worried about what you will say, what lectures you will give. Forget the lectures. Just work on rebuilding your relationships with the people that mean something to you, with the people that you love, with your children, with your siblings, with people who matter. It makes a huge, huge difference in life. It takes a huge person, it takes a really big person to be able to say sorry. If you mess up in life, life is an exchange of energies. Whatever it is that you disperse when it comes to energy, whatever it is that you put out there, is what is going to come back to you. अच्छा डालोगे तो अच्छा पाओगे. Whatever it is you put out there will ricochet back to you. Because that's life works in a balancing act of energies. How you feel, if you feel guilt, that is exactly what is going to come your way. And guilt is something that eats you up. Everything in life is an exchange of energy. And it makes a huge difference. Whatever you put out there. Guilt is like guilt is like a वो किस तरह दीमक खाता है, right? That's what guilt is. Guilt eats you up inside. So if you have any guilt, if you need to maybe take a piece of paper every night before going to sleep, do a brain dump, write down anything that you want on paper before going to sleep every night. Brain dump. If you have guilt about something, you've hurt someone, किसी को cheat किया है, किसी का नुकसान किया है, किसी का, you robbed someone of their well-being, it will eat you up. You will have to make amends. अगर किया है तो then make amends if you want a good life. वरना फिर उस पैसे का क्या फायदा जिस पैसे के साथ आप चैन की नींद ही नहीं सो सको. क्या फायदा उसका, right? So make amends. Whatever it is in life, जो आपका guilt आपको अंदर से खा रहा है, it's bothering you, it's bugging you. Life is an exchange of energies. Close your eyes and listen. Whatever you hear, It's the sound of energy vibrating your eardrums and then being interpreted by your brain into a sound. Everything is an exchange of energy. All this energy already exists in this world. Energy is not something that you can create, it cannot be destroyed. It's the life force that exists in every moment of our life. It's evolving, it's circulating, it's flowing, it's transforming constantly into some other form of energy. Everything is energy, an exchange of energy, give and take of energy. हर चीज के अंदर एनर्जी है जो हमारी सेल्यूलर डेवलपमेंट होती है, the way our heart beats, the expansion and the contraction, everything that is happening within us is an exchange of energy. You have to raise your energy as you live through this life. Energy is equal exchanges. अगर जिंदगी में आपको ये फील हो रहा है कि there's something lacking and you want to attract something, whether it's success or it's money or it's abundance or it's transcendence or whatever it is that you want to attract in this world, you will have to give it out, because when you give it out, it will come back to you. It's an exchange of energies. अगर you are out there and you're constantly thinking कि मैं इससे क्या लूं और मैं उससे क्या छीनूं और मैं ये इधर कुछ पैसे इससे निकाल लूं या मैं उधर निकाल लूं, you know what? Shrug your shoulders, take a deep breath, and let it go. Because if that's what you want, it needs to come to you not by snatching it from someone, it needs to come to you of its own free will. Because when it comes to you as an exchange in energy, then you will be able to retain it. But if it comes to you where you're forcefully taking something from someone, जिस पे आपका हक नहीं है, जैसे हम in real estate, if someone comes and asks us to give them a part of our commission, आप हमसे छीन के अगर लोगे तो you are going to lose it somewhere else, because वो आपका हक नहीं है. It's an exchange of energies. It's going to come to you, raise your energy so it comes to you the right way. As we move our energy, हर चीज के अंदर, there's a burst of energy. When we speak, our thoughts are translated into vocal electrical energy, which moves through air and lands on, someone else's ears. So, ये सब चीजें, the words that we use, gentle, tender words, and loving the energy exchanges, it's nourishing and supportive. मगर जब हमारे words are harsh and mean-spirited or malicious, and we do malicious things, then we are creating this non-nourishing energy, which again is going to be transmitted and exchanged and received, and उसका वही negative impacts होंगे. So you have the ability to circulate whatever energy it is that you desire in your life. जब आप काम है, relaxed हैं, आप giving state के अंदर हैं, become a go-giver. If you want the universe to just send abundance your way, then become a go-giver. Because when you become a go-giver and you are sending it out without any expectations, the universe will send it to you tenfold. You're listening to Saima Dillon on Heart to Heart with Saima. I come to you every Thursday from 1 to 2. There is Indian Association presents award-winning Odyssey dancer and choreographer Sharmila Biswas in Nritya Sanchar on August 5th, 2023 at 5 p.m. Opening performances by local dancers at the Moody Performance Hall in Dallas. I hope you can go and enjoy her beautiful performance. And we have 5 minutes left before the show ends. In the world of real estate, If you are sitting and you're waiting, there are opportunities where builders are offering their homes, which are, as long as you're flexible with the location, there are homes which are 320, 340, 300 range in Princeton and in other areas as well. If you are able to go up to 400,000, yes, the square footage is going to be less, but there are lagoon communities which have these beautiful 35,000, 70,000 square feet lagoons that you're able to live in. Minimum homeowners association, I think it's around like $100 a month homeowners association, clubhouses, restaurant, just beautiful communities. If you are sitting there and thinking interest rates बढ़ गए, so you're not going to buy, you're going to wait for interest rates to come down. When the interest rates come down, there's going to be a frenzy in the market because there are around 1,200 families moving to the DFW area on a monthly basis. 1,200. That's just such a huge number. If you are looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, this is the time. You do pay higher interest rates, but then if you go with certain builders, they are giving you around 4.995% interest rates. They're buying down the interest rates for you, and they are giving you the lower interest rates. So if you are looking to buy, sell, or invest commercial real estate, I'm working on land development with investors. If you are looking to get into land development, do reach out to me. There's just 2 acres of land for for townhomes in Garland. It's around 1.7 million. If you are into land development and you are interested, do reach out to me. My email is vip@saimadillon.com, and that's vip at SAIMA, Saima, Dillon, DHILLON.com, vip@saimadillon.com. My Google number is 972-244-3106, 972-244-3106. I do not answer unknown numbers. You will need to send me a message so I can get back to you. We have around 2 minutes left before the show ends. 972-244-3106. Send me a message. Let me know what you're looking for. I do not answer unknown numbers. I do block scammers and spam calls. So having said that, you're listening to Heart with Saima. vip@saimadillon.com is where you're able to email me. Follow me on social media under Saima Dillon, Saima Malik Dillon. I'm streaming live on YouTube and LinkedIn, and you're able to follow me, and you're able to join me, and together we work on changing lives, because that's what life is about. Life is about leaving behind something. How you make someone feel is something that people will always remember. Even if you are a multimillionaire, people will forget about you over time. But if you have touched lives, it's like a ripple effect. It has a ripple effect when you are touching people's lives, and that will always be remembered. Last 45 seconds of the show. This is Saima Dillon, and I was hoping that maybe I would get a chance to talk about more about real estate, but as you can see, I just follow my heart, and on the show I just talk from the heart. I do as I please. So we have 15 seconds. Stay safe, stay well. It is extremely hot in Dallas, so stay cool. This is Saima signing off, and hope you have a wonderful weekend. All right. Well, thank you on LinkedIn. Thank you, everyone who was watching. I really appreciate it. And have an awesome weekend.